What's happening, Internet? Sorry about the wait, but we had to push the YouTube short. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Notification bell. Newsletter is out. Video is advertised, I believe. Everything is advertised. Yeah, everything is advertised. Yeah, so, today we're playing as Blackest Night. This is probably the last of the DLC until December because... Why is that? Can't finish it. There are two medals that can't be done. And they all revolve around the Sonic Batarang, which, if you think about it, it's kind of dumb that that happens. But there's nothing you can do about it. So, and then after that is going to be more of the Riddler Trophy. I'm going to have to release like 3 other YouTube shorts today, so just bear in mind. Means you're probably going to see a lot of Linky today. Link's being weird. I missed Zelda playing around in the trash, but she was trying to get to the fish that Amber cooked. It was in... Amber's really smart. When she cooks stuff, she puts it inside of a... what do you call that thing? Tinfoil? Because it's easy cleanup. Like, all you have to do is take the tinfoil off the pan. The pan doesn't have any stuff underneath it. Also, the tinfoil helps it, you know, heat up faster because tinfoil is made of a type of metal. So, cleanup's a snap. She's been doing that for years. And Zelda got to the tinfoil inside of the trash. She, like, sliced open the trash and she got to the tinfoil, which you can imagine is a huge mess. So I'm going to have to clean that up later. But, yeah. Link doesn't do that kind of stuff. Link is not a trash panda. Zelda's a trash panda. Like, the reason for the term is because pandas go through trash. So, it's a...
Well, it's from Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's also from Guardians of the Galaxy as well, but I have seen videos of pandas going through trash in China. So, that's why I use the term trash panda quite a bit. It's based on reality. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so we've got Link. Are you coming over here now? You're going to be my little sidekick. Don't eat that. That's ow. That's popcorn. You can't eat that. You can't have popcorn. No. No popcorn. Amber got popcorn everywhere when she was on the couch. You can't eat that. No. No. Don't you scratch me. Don't you scratch me. Okay, so like I was saying, with campaign, we can't finish it because we're always going to be 1 medal short. We can do these things, though, as long as it doesn't say Sonic Batarang. To me, it is so weird that they locked the upgrade and prevented you from doing medals. And which is funny, because when you do the custom challenges, usually they give you a free medal. Like, you have a free medal to use whenever you want to try to earn something, but they don't allow it. So it's like, WB Games Montreal was really nasty with the execution of this. They're like, okay, we're going to make you jump through all these hoops. And we're not going to give you the free medal to fix things either. So you're not going to have that. It's like, well, that's very nice of you. Not. Rude.
What are you doing?
Link, what is happening, buddy? Yeah, we'll have to do that. People will pick up stuff. Hang on. What can I do? Oh, protective aura? I hate that. May as well get it over with. Protective aura. I can't read that. Enemies will pick up weapons. Lower health. That's good enough. Yep, sorry for the late start, guys. I was dealing with a lot of stuff. On top of putting a troll in his place.
There will be justice.
Oh, somebody has been stalking us for years. And I just allowed them to stalk us because I believe they have connections to the constant cyber attacks and harassment and stuff like that. So I've never blocked them because I've been tracking their involvement. Yeah, I really believe they're connected. Which is why I allow them to think that they're a troll. Like, apparently they've been responding to every single one of my Twitter posts for like 3 years. And they don't get any likes or attention or anything like that. But I've been following that person forever. And I basically told them the only reason I keep you around anyways because I think that you're, you know, I want to scare the crap out of him. It's true though. I do believe he's involved.
What did they say?
I don't know. They're not going to say anything.
What are you?
But if it was up to me, I would haul that guy in, you know, just anyway. He can explain to the police he's not involved. He can be, like, wetting himself inside of the prison cell.
I think I know.
We gotta work together, morons.
No. They have a Street Fighter name.
Can't take us all out.
No, I haven't seen that person in a long time. No, but apparently they've been replying to all my posts where, like, what brought attention to me to it, because I remember he was one of the people that I was, like, tracking for years. What brought attention to it, like, one of our viewers said, it's kind of sad that all you do is just, like, clap back on this guy's YouTube posts, like, on Twitter, but, you know, nobody really cares. He says it's kind of sad that you do this. Like, every single post he would respond to, and nobody pays attention to him. So I just finally told him, the only reason I allow you to be a troll is because I'm using you. Because I'm watching your activity, who you talk to, what you talk about, what circles you're involved with. And it's like I use him as a springboard to check everything. Especially the days I get DDoSed.
Right.
But he's one of many people that I do that to. Like, it's not just him. It's just, there's other people. And the police literally have a name of like 300 Twitter accounts.
This ought to do it.
Whenever somebody said something bad about me, or they made fun of the miscarriage, or they made fun of us getting swatted, those people got added to a list that then went to the police. They can prove they're not involved, right? I think that's fair.
Crazy.
I don't know, it's the internet, honey, but, you know, a lot of this has to do with just, people are just so...
Stop him.
Society, people follow other people like they're lemmings off a cliff. You know, they don't have any... They have to do exactly what society tells them. They have no freedom of thought. They have nothing. They have to do whatever the biggest fad is, they have to do. Like, think of it this way. Everything going on in society right now, a couple months ago, people had Free Palestine things on their Twitter all over the place, right? Before that, it was Ukraine. Now it's not Vietnam. Now it's Venezuela. And before, these people were never talking about Venezuela, and Venezuela has had horrible conditions since the 90s, you know?
Decades.
Decades and decades. I actually grew up with people who were missionaries in Venezuela. They had to flee with fear of their life because they were missionaries. The missionaries that stayed in Venezuela, they died mysteriously.
Don't think I won't use this.
And this was in the 90s. And the United States in the 90s could do nothing about Venezuela. Venezuela was a lost cause. Clinton didn't do anything.
Don't let him touch
W didn't do anything.
But those people were being killed.
Yep, Americans were being killed. Missionaries were being executed. All this other stuff. The country was going to hell in a handbasket. But nobody could do anything for 30 plus years, right? So for 30 plus years, I'm just using this as an example, nobody on Twitter, nobody on Facebook, no one would ever talk about Venezuela because who cared? But as soon as the dictator got taken down, and the country was brought back to, you know, or it's starting to go back to the people. Now all of a sudden people are protesting what's happening in Venezuela. It's like,
What's happening is people are not dying anymore.
but I'm just saying, it's like exactly what happened in college. Like when I was in Albany University, Albany State, there was a group of people that would protest everything once a week. Whether it was free the whales, whether it was, you know, pollution. Every week there would be something new that they would protest. And half of them didn't know why they protest. They just protest because it was part of protest culture. Like they would show up with their signs, you know, it would be a big social group. They would just do it. Right. So, you know, it's just weird to me that whenever something happens, everybody gets together and then they either protest and they're mad about it, but most of them don't even know why they're mad.
Yeah, and they don't even know what the circumstance. They don't even know the history of anything.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even know anything about the situation.
Yep. So, you know, and I learned all about Venezuela when I was a kid because the kid I talked about, Luke Knights, right? He was part Venezuelan. Like his family, he was born in Venezuela. He was.
My aunt is Venezuelan.
So, you know, but I mean, he wasn't the nicest kid either, though, because you remember, I've told you stories about him. Like, he was the guy who ditched me when I was like I was a grade or two behind him, because it didn't look socially appropriate for a guy who was in junior high hanging out with a guy who was still in grade school, even though we were the exact same age. Like, he completely, you know, due to social pressure.
Well, my aunt is Venezuelan. She's a soldier.
So, you know, I didn't really have a very good relationship with Luke after he went to junior high. I had a great time with him when we were in the same, like, you know, we were both in the same building. But he completely, like, ghosted me until I was in junior high, and then he acted like we could be friends again. That was awkward. Because, like, for a year, he wouldn't hang out with me at all. Even on Christmas vacation, he wouldn't let me come over to his house. He would have other people over and stuff like that. So, like, from, I think it was, like, 1995 or 1996, like, I didn't have any friends. Like, I was stuck because, you know, I was held back for a learning disability and stuff like that. So I was older than everybody in my 5th grade class. So nobody in 5th grade wanted to hang out with me. I felt like the guy from the Goonies. Like, I was the big guy, hey, you guys, you know. That's what it felt like. So it was like, that year I really got heavily into video games and stuff like that because I didn't have any people my own age to hang out with, you know. That's okay. I mean, you know, kids are mean. That's just what it is. But he was Venezuelan. No, I'm not saying all Venezuelans are like that. I'm saying, like, he in particular, he was, you know. I knew people from Venezuela because he and his family were Venezuelan. His mom looked like she was, oh my gosh. His mom looked very different than the moms in town. Like, because she was probably Venezuelan. Either she was Filipino or she was Venezuelan, but she had very different. Her husband had, like, blonde hair and, you know, like a Irish kind of like reddish beard, and his mom was very dark. Very sweet lady, though. She made, like, weird treats that I can't remember the name, but they tasted really good. They looked like cookies and stuff. And I'd ask my mom to make them, and she was like, I have no idea what that is.
Venezuelan women were
What are we gonna do?
they won Miss Universe. They had like a record of like
They always won Miss Universe? Wow.
They were Venezuelan women are some of the most beautiful women.
Show me more.
Yeah, but, you know, like I said, the only times that I got to go over to Luke's house when I was in 5th grade, his brother Evan, the Striper fan, was the guy who would let me come over and he'd play video games with me. And his you know, he was a teenager. Evan would have been, let's see, when I was probably 11 or 12, he would have been at least 19. And he worked at a factory, so he wasn't even in school anymore. And he thought that what his younger brother was doing was kind of bogus. So he's like, hey, I got a new Genesis game. You want to come over and hang out? And he's like, we don't talk anymore. He says, you still hang out with my brother? It's like, he ditched me. He's like, well, that sucks. He says, sometimes he's a little jerk. You know, so that made me feel nice. But I didn't get to hang out with Evan very much because Evan worked all the time. But it did. And people are like, why did you have such a bad thing with the Genesis? It's like, because the jerkiest kid in town had the Genesis. No! Amber, I didn't know you was a kid. Ooh, that was, I didn't mean to say that like that. No, the reason why I had this thing against the Genesis so much is because the Genesis lived up to that stereotype that kids were mean. Because Luke was really mean. And Luke had a Genesis. He didn't have an NES. He made fun of the NES. Well, I mean, their commercials were very mean-spirited and stuff like that. So it's like, I did get this nasty habit of generalizing based on things that happened, though. I still wonder what my life would have been like if my dad didn't get into the ministry, though. If I never would have come to that town, like, I would have gone to the same school as Christian and Kyle and all these other people. Like, all the people from, you know, Peekskill that were in my neighborhood. Like, those were my best friends. But, you know, my dad chose a different career. He wasn't going to be a carpenter, so. But it's just, you know, I just think about it sometimes. Like, what would have happened? Because Christian went on to be a doctor, and, you know, all these other people got into the military, and they did all this stuff. Like, they didn't really change too much from what they set out to be when they were younger.
You ain't got a chance.
It would just been interesting to go to school with the people you actually grew up with. But I moved all over the country several times, you know? My dad's job took me to Michigan, it took me to Illinois, took me to Boston. So I didn't get to experience that thing that some people do where they're living in the same town their whole life. I moved so much. Yeah.
We're gonna choke you with that cake.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like not to... I start to get, like, a little weird when I've lived in the same place for more than 5 years. I'm not used to it. It's like, okay, are we going to be moving again? You know, once we hit that 10-year mark, I'm like, huh, are we going to end up, like, uprooting again? Like, always thinking about it. And we probably are going to leave again, you know? I know.
Don't let him hurt me.
Don't know. Oh, I already got the score? Alright, I got the score. No, but anyway, that one person that I was, you know, going off on, they're one of those people that, like, they change their bio all the time. They follow the trends of protest and things like that, you know. It's just sad, though, because these people, they have no life outside the internet. But I really do hope they're involved because I want to see them rot in a cell forever. Like, that would make me happy. I would start drinking Celebration wine. If that was the case. The day of their incarceration would be the day that I drink. Anyway. Extreme... yeah, that works. Okay, so now we have the electric ability so we can punch through shields and stuff like that. So the remainder of the challenges are either all 3 are combat maps or all 3 are predator sections. Like that's the rest of the game now. There is nothing else. Outside of, you know, some, which I'm probably on this stream, I'm gonna have to do some of the Bruce Wayne initiative stuff or something because I don't have anything else. It's all Dunsky. Hmm? They have a winter mode now? Isn't it a little bit late? Like, shouldn't they started that at Christmas? So what's the winter mode about? Have you been playing it? Oh, that's kind of nice.
Somebody like arguing with me about whether it was the same as last year. It's not.
No, I haven't read the new Batman issues. I only follow Nightwing every once in a while. Like I don't you have to understand I don't trust what's in Western comics. The only media that I trust that I can get entertainment without being reminded about the world I live in or the world that's online is anime. And I'm actually happy to report there's been some big developments that have happened. Several high-profile anime creators, like the people behind Sword Art Online and people behind RE0, the people behind Spy Family, all this stuff, they're now speaking out against what they call globalization. So they don't even say woke and activists. They're now saying globalization. And they're urging other creators to not kowtow to global pressure because it's important for Japanese art to stay Japanese. And the SAO guy brought up, which it's nice to see the SAO guy speak again because he even is speaking from experience. He tried to globalize. He tried to change his stories to fit like Western sensibilities, and his last couple movies failed. Now, I actually think that Sword Art Online Progressive was a really good movie because it showed more of Asuna and Kirito hanging out. But they did change the perspective of those movies to focus more on Asuna and give her a type of role that she didn't have before that did feel kind of forced. Now, it's not that the movies were bad, but, you know, he was trying to cater to, like, Western pressure back then. And, you know, now he's speaking up and he's saying, you know, Japanese creators need to just focus on Japanese stuff, and that localizers need to respect Japanese translations and Japanese characterizations. And he's correct. I don't believe that people who import a product should have any say on the creative aspect of that product. Like, when I was a kid and I started watching anime for the first time, what attracted me to anime, and maybe this is the same for everybody else, but this is just me personally. When I was watching anime as a kid, what attracted me to it was how different it was to Western cartoons. The characterizations of heroes, damsels in distress, storylines, sci-fi, fantasy, medieval stuff, everything was different than what I grew up seeing as an American. And that appealed to me greatly because it wouldn't be possible for that to happen in, you know, American stuff or even European things because their portrayal of knights and fantasy is completely different how the Japanese do it. And that's exciting. It's different. It's new. So Japan's strengths is being Japanese. Their works, their art, everything, it works as a Japanese thing. It doesn't work if you try to do inclusion and you try to, you know, interject things that are happening on Twitter and on TV in America. It's not Japanese anymore because Japanese people have different things that they deal with. They have different things that are going on in their society. If you really want Japanese people to start doing globalization, they'll probably start making anime where they make fun of Westerners climbing on their shrines and dancing in their subways because they don't appreciate that. Because that's the problems that they're dealing with in their country is foreigners acting like monkeys and clowns. Like, I don't think you want them to start including that in their anime because they'll make fun of, you know, tourists. They'll make fun of people who are, because that's what's going on in their country. Or the fact that a group of people is telling them that they want burial rights when cremation is what they do in Japan. That's the type of politics that are going on in their country that they're dealing with. And they don't include that stuff in their anime and their manga. You know? And they already have, like, as the guy between, I think it was Spy Family or RE0, he said, like, we already have specialty genres where people can go and if they want to see a certain type of content, that content already exists. We don't like to merge different things into our storylines because it ruins our storytelling. If you want certain experiences, then you need to go watch the specialty stuff. And this is stuff I've been saying for years. This is why I view Japan as, like, I wouldn't say the pinnacle of entertainment, but they have their priorities straight. And not everything Japan does in entertainment is good. Like, they put out some pretty extreme stuff. But when it comes to the basics, they nail the basics. They understand. They're not going to do anything to upset their core audience because they want to make money. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's nice to see more and more people on the internet also being like, yeah, people who import the product don't have a right to tell the creatives what to do. And that's the same thing that was happening in the game industry, though. We had people that weren't gamers. We had people who were, you know, doing all this other stuff, trying to globalize video games, when they weren't even creating the games. Like, they were being seen as authority figures, but they had no authority whatsoever. But they were giving authority positions and pressures and things like that. So, literally, the fact that now in 2026, this is very exciting. Not just like them doing the whole AI subtitle thing. That's like a punishment because Americans have been like ruining translations and things for a while. That's been really ticking off. Like, I follow Japanese Twitter, so I see creators all the time like getting very angry that certain things is happening with localizations. So like the idea that Japan is considering doing AI translations, that's out of spite. That's not out of like, oh, we're doing this because, you know, this is the future. No, they hate American localizers. Brazilian people, Spanish people, you know, Russian countries, they're all following the guidelines for doing localization, just like maybe adding a little bit of slang, maybe trying to make it sound a little bit normal in their language, because Japanese language is very stiff. If you know, understand the difference between formal speech and informal speech in Japan. So these countries are changing the lingo to be more to casual way of speaking for their countries. But America goes a step further. Like, they change it exponentially. You guys see how there's a medal here? You see this? So the game gives you a free medal in case you mess up, so you can get the you can be rewarded the trophy in general. But when it comes to the Sonic Batarang level in the campaign, you notice how they remove the medal altogether. They should have kept the medal in. They give you the medal when you don't need it. It's like the medal is there to tease you and make fun of you, right? It serves no purpose. It's there to tick you off. That's the whole point of the medal. It's there to, you know, be like, haha, you can't do this. You know? This one says Vantage Mastery, so I can't I can't do that. So we could use the medal right away, but we're not going to. So we have to do Protective Aura, which is going to be a pain in the neck. We need to do Time. This is a good one to do Time for. And be aggressive. Be aggressive. You think the director, who he wasn't in charge? I thought the creator behind SAO was the one who's been speaking out. Because like I said, I liked SAO Progressive, and I want more SAO. It's been, how many years since the last SAO movie? This has been like 6 years now? It feels like it's been a while. Like, SAO has been absent for a while. At least during the pandemic, I think there was a SAO show that finished up. Alicization or whatever. It has to be almost 4 years since the last SAO, though. It feels like it. It's just gone. There's been video games.
Or I will hurt you.
There's been video games of SAO every 2 or 3 years, but that's not the same. You know, having new manga, having anime and stuff like that. I mean, I know they were talking about rebooting SAO like 3 years ago, but... You want Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights on Naomi? I'll have to get the game. I have to wait till I get paid. Like, I don't have any... That game's like $100. So I have to wait till I get paid to pick it up. I can get it, though. Night of 100 Frights, I believe, is the Castlevania style, very rare Scooby-Doo game. When I mean Castlevania, I mean it's like a Metroidvania. But I would gladly do that for you. Just I need some time to get it because I don't have that in my collection. I've come close to getting it over the years, but I've shied away from it because I didn't think anybody would watch it. Fall Guy is an impossible. Okay, we'll see about that. Take down an enemy from a walkway with a backclaw. No, I do this all the time. Take down an enemy from a tightrope. Oh, I didn't. Hang on. We don't need. We don't. Whoa. I don't need to have a vantage point. They tricked me. I can do the booby trap. I don't need it. I don't need that. So we can booby trap this. We can. Time. Mines. That works. Yeah, okay. Because I don't need the gargoyles right now. I can get this out of the way now because I can just use the tightrope. They fooled me because I thought Vantage Mastery meant I had to be on a vantage point. I just have to be on a tightrope. That's super easy.
There will be justice.
I mean, if you want to get it and try to send it, you can. Oh, wait.
Oh, I forgot to check the P.O. box today.
It's okay, sweetie. You check the P.O. box tomorrow. You didn't work today. You need to rest.
I'm not resting while I'm sitting here wondering what I should do since you're streaming. I don't know what I should do since I didn't make any food. I didn't do anything except share stuff.
Maybe this'll be a challenge.
I mean, it will be a challenge, Mr. Zombie Man.
Alright, fellas. The bat's in the building. You scour the room, all your asses are bumped down to traffic.
Wait, I can't get on it at all? Oh, that's a problem. Hang on. There has to be a way of doing this.
It's not blazing hot in here, Lou.
I mean, you might have a fever, sweetie. It's 68 degrees in here.
I am extremely hot.
You are wearing a sweater, little one. You should try to take off some clothing. It is 70 degrees in the house with 68 degrees for the temperature, so you need to open a window.
Honey, if I open a window, then the cold air will get in here.
Well, yeah, cold air is supposed to get in. Well, yes, because all the equipment is running at 70 degrees in this room. It's 70 degrees in this room because of the heat from the LCD and the two monitors. But taking off the sweater will help you cool down a little bit. Mm-hmm. Oh.
There will be justice.
Alright, fellas. The bat's in the building. You scour the room, all your asses are bumped down to traffic.
Right now.
Gotta remember to talk to Mark. That guy knows how to get paid.
And I should be able to get up there without blowing that thing up.
You'd think with the number of skulls we crack, punks. I got him! He's either dead or real banged up.
There we go. Now, take down a guy from a tightrope.
No one lived through that. We lost him. That won't do. How's he doing this? We're dropping like mopes in here.
Da da dee da da da
What
da.
it means when you try to muscle the GCPD. I'm not going down like that.
See, the tightrope, yeah, the tightrope does not set off the booby traps.
Fan out. Suspect is present and hostile.
Just count on me to lose my composure.
Ooh, their heads collided.
The Watch your corners.
Alright, so how many guys are left? Vantage Mastery.
Get over here! We got a guy down! Gonna make an example out of this.
Yep, I am making an example out of you. Bye.
No! Ah!
I thought they said they wanted
Suspect
to
is
go.
over here!
Oh. Is that what it was?
I got eyes!
Ow, they are making an example out of me. They're shooting me.
Herb sighted!
No, they were shooting me. Oh, thermal goggles, I see.
Watch the smoke track!
Watch your back, man. Don't let that bastard get the drop on you.
Yes, sir. Got another one.
And another one bites the dust. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust.
Somebody's gotta help our guy! You're fine!
Gotta thank you for walking right into the precinct, Batman. I'm already counting my money.
Why don't you just push us some backup? You better run before my backup gets here!
My tightrope still there?
Stuff's going
Yes, it
down.
is.
Stuff's going wrong!
Okay, now.
Every cop in this city's gonna be on your ass!
What the hell are you two doing down there? Quit screwing around and take out the bat.
You're not gonna take all of us! Somebody get me out of this stuff! This is my first patrol! I'll find you! What was that? Ah! He hit me with some kind of resin!
I don't know.
He's on me!
I might have to do this one again because they're not doing what I want them to
I
do.
knew you were crazy, Batman.
I need them to
Storming
go
the
to the
precinct?
window.
You're insane.
What are we getting some backup?
I have to shoot
Think you
them
can
through a
beat up
window.
cops and walk away?
I mean, not shoot them. Jeez, that sounded dark. I have to perform a takedown through a window. Shoot.
You better run! What was that?
Messed up.
Stick together. Watch each other's backs. Anything moves, kill it.
This is the suicide mission! Stuff's going down. Stuff's going wrong.
Yep, we gotta do it again. Ah! Oops, I like the soup I give her? When did I say I'm giving her soup? Huh?
Soup. No, it doesn't make soup.
No. I don't. No. I don't like the side stories of SAO. Okay? I'm talking real SAO. Like the storyline of Kirito and Asuna. Like the continuation of that. Not the side characters, not characters that exist in that world. I'm not talking like a Record of Lodos, like Lodos War type thing, where you have like Parn and Deedlit were the stars of Lodos War, and then Record of Lodos War had them guest star, and it was a whole new cast, a whole new generation of people. No. I'm talking about the continuation of the story of Asuna and Kirito. Like more of those characters. Not side, people that never really interacted with them outside of the video games. Like not that kind of stuff. I appreciate that those things exist, and it's great that people like those, but that's not SAO for me. SAO for me is the main characters. The main group. The main troop. Not side stories thing. Not like what they do with some animes where they take like one main character, like the how to, you know, find a girl in a dungeon or whatever does the same thing. They have like story seasons, and then they have a season that focuses on like one of the main characters, but it's not the main lead. It's like she kind of is like the main heroine, but not really. I don't like those type of things. Is there a way to unlock the Batman 1 million skin? I don't know. I think you have to register with Warner Brothers. Isn't that what you have to do?
Time for practice.
Was School Rumble ever on Toonami? No.
There's 50 million bucks riding on this, so I don't want to
School Rumble is a
bag the bat and let's get paid.
a slice of life parody comedy. They didn't have very many parody comedies on Toonami. They had Tenchi Muyo, but Tenchi Muyo was also a sci-fi action fantasy show.
Someone get over there and find out what happened. Nobody beats out a cop and walks away. Rally
Who
on
does that to
me.
a cop and walks away? And yet...
Hey, you all right? How did that sound now? I'm seeing stars.
Seeing stars.
Damn.
Somebody help me
I
out
have to
here.
double up on the ambulances.
This ain't good. This ain't good at all.
Shoot. Hi, Sweet Pea.
Link was just waiting to have his spot.
Link was waiting to sit on his spot. He's like, you made the couch warm.
Very warm.
Where the hell did that come from?
Come on, fellas. That's 3 men down now. Get it together.
We got it, Lieutenant.
Oh, you need to back off. Thought you were him.
Thought you might need some help.
Is he gonna walk where I need him
Think
to
you can
walk?
run? Your face is gonna be all over our system. You're finished.
No, he's not gonna walk where I need him to walk.
We're the cops. You don't get to run from us.
Watch your back, man. Don't let that bastard get the drop on you.
Okay.
There we go. Makes this a lot easier now.
Gotta sick the dogs on this son of a bitch.
The fire extinguisher blew. What do you want from me?
Okay.
Report, damn it. Who got taken out?
Who's that?
How's he doing this? We're
Yeah,
driving
I mean,
like
coffee
punks
will
in
warm
here.
you up, honey.
Oh, hell. Gotta keep moving.
Great.
We're losing men. We're a man down.
I'm losing him, man.
Fan out. Fan out.
No, you
Suspect
can
is
have that.
present and hostile.
I was just putting it into the fridge so it wouldn't get ruined.
This is our house. We ain't leaving till we see a body. Got me?
You're fine, honey.
What the hell are you two doing down there? Quit screwing around and take out the bat.
Hope we send some reinforcements.
Yep, she did.
Man, I ain't seen moves like that in all my years. Gonna track this prowler's ass down.
I don't know.
You don't mind me sitting here?
Nope.
Hi, handsome.
Everything all
Hi,
right
sweetie.
down there? I want updates on the 5.
You're the Batman guy.
I don't know about that. Is that guy gonna go investigate? Why is he not investigating? Oh, he's in the smoke. Where's the other guy?
What did you put over there for him to investigate?
I broke a... I'm trying to get him to go in front of the window.
How long you think you can keep this up, Batman? You're outnumbered and outgunned. It's over.
I'm doing a challenge thing here.
Yep.
I don't understand what this is.
I am. Clear. Now we just have one more turkey to go.
In the wind. Get back here.
Oh, that was weird. I tried to lure him in with a clothesline. It didn't work.
Man, Batman looks so wrinkly. He's a zombie. Look, I did a zombie mode in Marvel Rivals today.
Why do I never talk about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Cause we don't watch that.
I did not watch that show very much. I saw the first series.
Yeah, we watched Full Metal Alchemist, the original.
The original. When Vic Mignogna came back to do this, the remake or the one that was, there was a trend in the early 2000s where an anime that fully aired with filler and all this other stuff. Then they did another anime that was a reboot, and it was very popular in the mid 2000s where a show would come back, but they would do it based on the manga, so there would be no filler. They did it with Dragon Ball Z Kai, they did it with Full Metal Alchemist, and they did it with one other show, where it was the same anime again, but this time it followed more closely with the manga, and fans love that. I watched the original Full Metal Alchemist, just like I've not seen all of Dragon Ball Z Kai. I've seen all of the original Dragon Ball Z with the filler. I've seen several episodes of Dragon Ball Z Kai, but I've not seen the whole thing.
Look, what is the symbol on his chest? Is that the Black Lantern symbol?
Very good.
Do I get a head pat for that?
Get a head pat. Very good.
Senpai.
Yeah, very cute. That is correct. That is that. Fist of Fury, Scare Tactics, Weapon Jam.
I like your hat. It's cute.
You like my hat?
It's the Kingdom Hearts hat, Luke.
It is a Kingdom Hearts hat.
I remember when Kingdom people used to always. I don't know if it was the 90s or the 2000s. I think it was
Maybe
the
this'll
90s.
be a challenge.
Girls used to always have a necklace with a key and a heart on it, and I always thought, like, why are all these people having a key and a heart necklace? And I think that had to do with Kingdom Hearts. But I can't imagine that all those girls were actually playing a video game. Surprising. I didn't think that girls played video games. Even today even now at my job, like, girls, like, talk about what they do for fun. They go out to eat with their friends, they watch movies at home, and they get their nails done, which is typical what girls always do. Most girls at my job don't play video games. Maybe one of them does.
Why do people think of Batman and Wonder Woman cuddling and watching TV and hanging out with a kid as woke? They don't. They consider that...
Why would they think that's woke?
Those people, they don't like straight relationships. They see things like with Wonder Woman and Batman together or any straight couples, and they make fun of it. And they demand artists then draw same-sex couples. Like, just don't pay attention to that stuff. Like, and also remember, most of the stuff that you see on the internet, it doesn't happen in real life. It's louder on the internet because people can hide behind a picture, and they can do all this other stuff. People don't act this way, We don't see people going to Walmart and finding a photo with a straight couple, like, you know, to buy a frame. They're not smashing the frames on the ground and demanding an employee come by and like, where's the gay couple?
And also, like, I have to say something. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but it's really not like... It's really not gay and lesbian people that are actually pushing for this.
No.
Like, gay and lesbian people find these woke people very weird and offensive. Like, you can see blogs of them all over the internet where they're saying, like, this is crazy. Like, gay and lesbian couples have been around forever, since the dawn of time, and they have never acted like this. It's this weird sect of people that are acting crazy, and they're hiding behind gay and lesbian couples, and they're trying to push them forward and being like, look at, these people are one of us, when in reality they're not.
They're militant.
In fact, you even see gay and lesbian people talk about this on their vlogs all the time, where they say that they feel that, you know, this Q plus stuff, like, you know, is actually should not be part of the LGB. Like, it's actually not part of the same group. They're actually not part of the same group at all.
Yeah, so you have basically militant people that are, like, pushing things, all this stuff. And, like I said, you don't see this stuff in normal day-to-day life. It's only online. But they, for whatever reason, they have, like, the appeal of the algorithm. So when they get outraged, it makes a big stink. And then more and more people see it, and then you have the anti-woke people talk about it, then you have the other people, and it just keeps blowing out of proportions, like, all the time. But there's nothing wrong with Wonder Bat and things like that. It's just they're always pushing for other things. But the thing is, you have to remember that Japan sees this kind of stuff, and then they, you know, they go the other way. They're like, well, we don't want to do anything with this because this is blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, Japan already has things, like, separated in categories anyway. It's these people that try to push for everything to be included in the same basket, and Japan doesn't want to do that. So then people make fun of Japan, but it's only, like, you have to understand that activists, they're not people. Activists are, like, militant that want their way, and they stamp their feet. And they're never going to be happy unless they have their way. And it's not just that they have their way. Everything has to be their way. They can't compromise. It's everything or nothing. Uh-oh. It's like that Bond movie, Everything or Nothing. Oh, shoot, they saw me. That sucks. Ah, I'm dead. I'm screwed! The game will be in my P.O. box? You bought the game? Wow.
I'd hoped for more of a fight.
Note to self, ignore Twitter conversations. That's the best thing you could do. I can teach you guys how to make the algorithm work in your favor on Twitter, though. The more stuff that you reply to and the more stuff that you heart is the more stuff that'll be in your feed. Right now, I have tons of Legend of Zelda stuff in my feed. I have very few anti-woke and woke stuff popping up in my feed. Like, very, very few. Sometimes it happens because Twitter itself pushes that stuff. Why? They like the controversy because it makes Twitter money. So sometimes you'll see your mutuals or you'll see, you know, your feed is not going to be completely without that stuff because Twitter will post that. Twitter and Blue Sky itself will push that because they're making money on it. But for 80% of my feed right now, it's filled with Legend of Zelda, SAO, and Batman. But Batman, unfortunately, dives into weird territory. Like, ever since Tim Drake, not every Batman post is a good post. So it's like a double-edged sword. So the reason why you don't see me retweeting a lot of stuff on my Twitter, my personal Twitter, because some of the Batman stuff has weird stuff. Demands and all kinds of things. So it's not always good. Every once in a while, I retweet a really cool picture of Batman that I found, like from Batman the Animated Series or Arkham or whatever. But it's 50-50 with Batman. With any superhero comics, it's 50-50 right now. There's going to be people talking about weird stuff. Anime, for the most part, is fine. Because because, you know, anime is geared towards more of the core audience. Every once in a while, you'll see people with headcanon stuff, like, get retweeted randomly, and the headcanons are weird. But for the most part, anime is a pretty safe bet. And gaming is a lot safer now because the voices of, like, the, you know, the globalization crowd is getting less and less and less. Like, they're there, but they're not being highlighted by social trends anymore. Because, I mean, they lost. So they don't pop up as much. Unless you're following them or you have a mutual that's following them. But I don't see a lot of that anymore. In fact, today, what was mostly in my feed today was Nintendo releasing the Legend of Zelda Lego trailer. Did you guys see that? They're promoting... It's not a game. It's a Legend of Zelda Lego set that will happen like right around the 40th anniversary. So Nintendo is pushing that. So I saw that in my feed. Most of my mutuals were talking about it. I saw that. And I saw a few other things. Retries left too. Shoot. Okay, let's go after the guy with the backpack first.
You're all going down.
But it's just like, you know how you are what you eat? If you, like, are looking at things on social media all the time, you're going to become like that. So you want to surround yourself with things that you like. That's what the algorithm... Same thing on YouTube. Whatever you watch on YouTube, that's the kind of stuff that you'll constantly be given. So if you watch Kwingsletsplays, we have 18,000 videos. Most likely you're being, you know, recommended our stuff. I hope.
Yeah, but you know what this thing is with these activists? That's part of how they push their agenda, is that they push something. They pretend as though a certain group is part of their... They keep acquiring more and more groups that are... They keep adding to how many people that they're, quote, advocating for.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, most of these people they're advocating for they don't need somebody to advocate for them. Like, they didn't ask for these crazy activists to stand up for them. Like, nobody asked for militant weirdos to stand up for them. Like, it would be like, I was just thinking about it, it would be like if they suddenly said, oh, now we're going to stand up for Brazilians, so we're going to make every character in every comic book Brazilian now. And then if you try to stand up against it and said, this is kind of ridiculous, like, every comic book character can't randomly now be Brazilian, because this doesn't make any sense, they'd be like, oh, you hate Brazilian people.
Yeah, that's usually the argument.
And that's exactly how these people are. And that's why people are always writing stuff like, the Kwings hate these people, or the Kwings hate these people. Because all we do is we're just talking logically about it. Like, you can't randomly swap all these characters and suddenly make them all this way. Like, this doesn't make any sense. And then people are like, oh, you hate those people? It's like, no, I don't hate those people. I'm just saying you can't make every character randomly that way for no explanation. That doesn't make sense to the story. I don't hate Brazilian people. I'm saying you're not making any sense how you're changing all of them Brazilian. And that's how these people act. I mean, that's this whole thing with... A prime example of this is the Latinx thing, where they stood up for Latinos.
Is that still going on?
I don't know, but for a while they were like, we're changing it to Latinx, you're welcome. And Latino and Latina people were like, we didn't ask for this. And like a lot of these groups, like a lot of groups that they pretend to stand up for are not asking for their help, because it would be like if a gang asked you, like, was like, hey, by the way, I beat up somebody that you don't like, you're welcome. It's like, I didn't ask you for that. Like, hey, I harassed some people online that, you know, didn't want to change all the characters to, you know, the same way you are. It's like, I never asked you to change them. It's like, so these people are literally, they're just acting crazy. They're just doing crazy stuff that nobody asked for, and that's the whole problem.
That is the problem, actually. Uh-oh.
I expected no less from you.
Did I take down all of everybody except for the... Did I leave an armor character? If I left an armor character, it's going to be really... The armor guys don't scare. This is going to be a pain. This is going to be a royal pain. Oh, boy. Huh? Oh, there is one left. He's normal. Hooray! Good, 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 good. We want the normal guys. The armored guys gotta go. The armored guys are trouble that need to be disposed of. They make things annoying. The little guys are fine. The armored guys are the problem. Sure, honey. You can't sneak up on them. I'm gonna get shot.
I have studied your
Gonna get shot, gonna get shot, gonna get shot.
or in the shadows. You are no match
Come on, need you to walk a little further there, guy. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Good enough. Time to go, bye. Okay, now let's see what we're dealing with. We've got another armor guy to take care of, and these guys. We're gonna have to wait till they split up, though. Is he shooting my stuff? Are you being a jerk face and shooting my stuff? Hmm? Oh, what? I didn't even see him shooting!
You won't sell any food?
I hate this map.
After I kill him, I'm going to take one of his ears from my collection.
Share your couch.
Ah! I am sick of looking for you! The body's over here!
Why is it not doing it? Don't glitch out now! Come on, it glitched!
That was unsatisfying.
But it glitched out! Oh. Oh, Arkham. Well, try again. Hi, sweet pea.
You want me to try to make some breaded fish?
Do I know Chainsaw? I don't like any anime with lots of gore. You guys know immediately I'm not gonna like it. Like Chainsaw Man gore. My gosh, there were some really weird Toonami things back in 2012 that were very, very violent. Did not like those. I don't like gore. Like, I almost stopped watching a show a while ago, an anime, I think it was at the beginning of the year, because the main protagonist at the beginning suffered horrible casualties. Like, he lost his arm, his eye, he was left for dead, and then the rest of the anime became a rom-com. But it started out with high stakes that I was, like, very uncomfortable. It's like, am I going to... Am I going to keep watching this? Or what?
I like that about your part.
So, like, with that kind of stuff, I don't like. Because I don't know, you know, I sometimes I can't stick through it. It's like, I don't think this is going to work out for me. I'm getting kind of squeamish. And then, you know, sometimes I stick it out because people say, oh yeah, well, I mean, it's listed as a romantic comedy, so it probably will be. And it did. It did ended up, you know, he fell in love with the woman who saved his life, and she gave him back his limbs and his missing eye, and he got superpowers. Before, he was a miserable nobody who couldn't do anything, and he got torn up by wolves and stuff like that, or something. Yeah, well, I mean, it happened. But the rest of the anime wasn't grotesque like that. But the first episode, they set the tone that this guy almost died, and this woman saved his life, and he's indebted to her, and he loves her. Blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they do that. Anime always keeps you guessing. You never know what is going to happen in an anime. Even an anime that looks like sweet and innocent, it could be horrible. Like, I'm not horrible in, like, it's a bad anime. That's subjective. But I mean, like, it could be horrible in the sense that it contains things that you don't like. Yeah, extreme violence, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
One of our brothers has fallen to the Batman. Do not be the next.
The only problem with Western stuff is you can't trust the content. It may not be super gory, but they're going to throw in everything and the kitchen sink for every show, and it gets irritating. Like, and it's forced, too. It's not natural. Like, back in the day, they used to make, like, if you watched, for example, if you watched Will and Grace, that was a show about a best friend and a gay best friend. So you knew what you were getting into when you watched the show. Nowadays, what they do is they include everybody in every sitcom. So if you don't like certain things, like, you know, if you're straight and you don't like seeing other things, you don't have a choice to watch it because they're going to include it as part of the show.
Except for, like, Everybody Loves Raymond, they don't have any gay couples.
That was before that. Everybody Loves Raymond, Frasier, Friends, all that stuff was before the forced inclusion. All those sitcoms.
You'll enjoy this test, Batman.
Like, example, Modern Family started out, like, when they were working on that show, it was supposed to be a show just about a modern family. But then they included, as the show was longer in development, they included a bunch of other stuff. But when the show was being originally made, they weren't going to include a bunch of other couples. It was just going to be about the quote-unquote modern family. So nowadays, most sitcoms and comedies, you have to be very careful when you're watching it because they're going to throw things in that you probably don't want to see.
And your enemy will eviscerate you.
And that's where all this outrage comes from, though. And they bank on the outrage. Like, they want people to give free publicity to them on Twitter by having, like, you know, straight people be like, I didn't want to see this. And then, you know, it creates a rift with people, too, because you're not necessarily, you don't like a certain thing, but also you don't want to see it, like, 24 hours a day. Like, you know.
My men are eager to face you, Batman. I will study this encounter with interest.
Right, but then if you say anything against it, then people are like, well, you're this or that. It's like, no, I just don't want to see people who aren't me doing intimacy. Thank you very much. It's like, I don't want to see that.
I know you're still there. Come on and face me.
I'm not that way, so why would I want to see that? So that's why, you know, I had to... Well, I mean, I was already big on Japanese and Korean stuff anyway, but that's where the push has been in Hollywood the past, like, probably 10 years, something like that. Unless it's a person you trust, like Ray Romano when he makes shows, Kelsey Grammer when he does shows, Tim Allen especially. Tim Allen has been making wholesome content on TV for years, but the guy's getting so old. You don't have a lot of television that you can trust anymore because a lot of these comics and stuff like that, they're not allowed to make sitcoms. Even Frasier's newest show, which was really, it was okay. It wasn't as good as the original Frasier. It got canceled. It got canceled because of what the internet called lack of representation. But it was a funny show, and it was a show about Frasier. There wouldn't be, you know, a lot of stuff. And the funny thing is, they actually had the girlfriend of his son Freddie was African American. So they were saying all this stuff. But in reality, the show was trying to modernize a little bit and things like that. But it wasn't. It's not enough for these people. Like, everybody, you have to have every single walk of life in your show. And when you're done adding all these characters that mean nothing to the story that are throwaway, it just ruins everything and you get canceled. But, like, you know, some of these actors like Kelsey Grammer and Tim Allen, even if they make another show, there's always the risk it's going to get canceled. And there's also always the risk that these actors are getting older and that way of doing sitcoms is going away. So people as parents, you have to be very careful what you put, especially if you're watching cartoons now, like on Netflix. You have to be very careful what you put in front of your child. But at the same time, a lot of that comes down to you. You have to do your own research. You have to look up stuff for yourself and be like, what's in this show? Is this show appropriate for my kid? I'm screwed again. Because the glue thing didn't work, I'm screwed again. This is what I'm talking about, this game not working. Even though the character has the shielding on him, and you take him out,
For more of a fight.
the prompt for taking them down doesn't always show up. It's supposed to be instant. You freeze the guy, because armor, there's only a couple ways to deal with armored enemies. You can either blow them up, you can do a vantage point takedown, or you can use the glue grenade to stun them and take them down. If the takedown option does not appear fast enough, you can't beat the enemy. If the takedown option does not show up, you are host. You can't do anything. Alright, we're gonna have to do this as a different approach now.
Contain your excitement.
Because
Focus on your task.
When they tried to
Tear the Batman down.
no, that was a rumor. Phineas and Ferb didn't add anything. The director from that is traditional family values. He has a wife and kids. He's agnostic, like the guy who plays Doofenshmirtz. No. They were saying, like, different websites and saying that they were going to push for certain things. It didn't happen. I don't know if the show is still on the air or not. The fact that they're not talking about the show very much, it means that they probably didn't push anything. You have to understand that... Shoot. I have to do it again. Oh, wait, no, I can't do it again. I think I'm screwed anyway. Yeah, I can't restart anyway. I'm host. This is my last retry. I didn't even realize that. We're in big trouble. I hate this level so much. No, no, no. It's not your problem. It's my problem. I just hate this level so much because this Predator map is one of the hardest in the game because, especially when you do the extreme, majority of the guys in this level are all armored. There's like 6 armored guys.
Batman shows himself and strikes first.
Armored guys are harder to kill. They take longer. And there's more of them. But the glue grenade, when you utilize it, it's a... Look at that. They're right there. It's like a swarm of bees. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 armored guys. All equipped with shotguns, too. So taking them out is very difficult.
Make the enemy pay for their insolence, or lose their respect and mine.
I don't even know if I can blow this guy up. We're going to try. It wasted it. I only have a... To disarm an enemy, I only have a limited time to disarm an enemy. Yeah, I'm not going to get the medals. I'm going to have to try this tomorrow. Because I screwed up royally. Like, that guy there, I have to be careful I don't take him down because I disabled his weapon.
An appetizer before our next encounter.
My faith is strong.
Like, if I wasn't going for the medals, yeah, I would have cleared this by now pretty easily. But I have to go for the medals because that's the whole point. But do you see how sometimes when an enemy is walking near a mine and you go to blow up the mine, then it actually turns off the enemy's gun? So then you just wasted... I was purposely trying to blow up that mine. I wasn't trying to make it so that guy
Your enemy will
was disabled.
eviscerate you.
And now they're all grouped together, so it's impossible to take them down. Link loves being petted.
He closed his eyes up.
My men are eager to face you, Batman. I will study this encounter with interest.
I am a zombie. Great. See how long it takes to do the beatdown rush? I'm dead. It's over. It's over. You have to get the medals. By not getting shot.
Hey! Where are you hiding?
Now they're gonna spend all that time destroying my gargoyles, so I'm gonna lose my advantage. I hate
That was
this.
your third, Batman. I await your next demonstration.
I need to stay strong.
It's over.
He's waiting for us to make a mistake.
Unfortunately, I'm not Arkham Videos, so I can't recover from this, and I have no continues, so I'm screwed.
I have studied your tactics, Batman.
No vantage points.
Head on or in the shadows, you are no match for me.
They're all grouped together too much.
Vigilance, brothers. Need I say it again?
And there go the gargoyles.
He can't hide from me!
You'll enjoy this test, Batman. An appetizer before our next encounter. Batman has served one of you with a valuable lesson. Be watchful.
It's too many. Great. Yeah, I'm screwed. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's it for today. Yep, that's it.
That was
Screwed up.
unsatisfying.
I mean, the worst gadget in the game, it doesn't work against like all those enemies. Like that is the hardest excuse me. That is the hardest predator map in the game. The Wrecking Crew Extreme is the hardest predator map because of all the armored enemies. Most of the extreme levels only have like 3 or 4 armored guys, maybe like at the most. This has like 5 or 6. And they're like more grouped together, so plus with the glue grenade glitch not working half the time, it's a royal pain. Immense pain. Well, that didn't accomplish very much today. We got some medals, but not really. We're at 272 now, so we'll try campaign again tomorrow, but I really don't want to do that one tomorrow. The death ragdoll physics are funny. They're hilarious. Well, that sucks. All right, so we're gonna move over to the next stream, guys, which is gonna be Riddler trophy, Riddler data packs. We're almost done with the Riddler data packs, I believe, but that was a bomb. We didn't clear it. I tried, but that means there'll be another challenge thing tomorrow. I mean, I knew like as we got into the extremes, this would happen. So I guess I'll have to make a thumbnail for Red Sun. Because I don't have one. We've done all the other skins. All the other skins have been DLC things. So Red Sun will be tomorrow. And that's the last of the challenge maps that I need to do. I was hoping to clear with Blackest Night, but I wasn't able to. So our Soviet friend here will be the guy. And that's actually a really nice render. I'm going to cut that out from my stream. Because that's a nice look to his Steam Deck thing. Like, you can see, it's a much better render. But, yeah, head on over to the next stream. I'll give you guys the link, and we're doing Riddler stuff. Well, sweetie, if you're cooking fish, you gotta open the windows anyway. That's a bummer, though. I really wanted to clear that. But I can't, you know, AV could probably come back from that. I can't come back from that. Like, once I screwed up, if the mine would have detonated, I probably could have beat that level. But the fact that I wasted one of my disarm abilities on a guy with a vest, and then I tried to do the takedown on him, like the beatdown, it takes too long to do the beatdown on the big guys. By the time you start doing the beatdown on them, the other guys can easily swarm in and take you down. The reason why it takes longer to do the beatdown on the armored enemies is because obviously they have armor. They have protection. Yep, see you guys on the next stream. Sorry about that, people. Today was a fail, but it is what it is. It happens. See you guys on the next one. Well, that sucked.